My beautifuls. Okay, welcome back to the Balance Candle. My name is Ramira, and I help moms master mindset, money, and motherhood, all while creating a balanced life for themselves. And God has already prepared this soft, abundant life for us. So let's go ahead and transition into it. Okay, if this is your first time, welcome. Welcome to the Balance Candle. My name is Mira, aka Mira the Goddess. All right. Um, A little bit about myself. I'm a mom of multiples. I read up in here with the book, but this still did not stop me. I'm here to encourage and inspire and to get somebody to the next level. Okay. As I get to the next level, right? And if you with me and you resonate with me, let's get it. Okay, let's go. Um, all right. And if this is your returning time, welcome back, baby. Welcome back. All right, y'all. I wanted to come here right now that we got the whole spiel. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like, make sure that you share, follow all that good stuff. Join the tribe. All right, stay connected with me. Sign up for the newsletter, sign up for my books. Go ahead if you want to pour into me, if you want to have inquiries, if you want to collab. The information will be in the link in the description below. The links will be in the description below. All right. Now, y'all know I don't wear these long nails, but I really do love these long nails because they're just like it. But this is not what we here for. This is not what we're here for. I gotta get this out of my head though. All right, so I'm reading the book of I'm gonna try to pronounce this word. I really feel like this is kind of like a Spanish. It's probably not Spanish. Ecclesiastes. Y'all know ECC, y'all. ECC. All right. Or it says, or the preacher. All right. So reading this. All right. Let's got to get this out of my head. All right. So I'm reading the first chapter. It says, all is vanity. And chapter one, number 9 says, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So I'm like, okay, I kind of like that. All right, I was thinking that I had some type of interpretation on this, but I don't. So I kept reading a little bit just to see what's going on. And it says, is there, so I'm reading number 10 and number 10 and number 11. It says, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new. It have been already of old time, which was before us. It says, there is no remembrance. And the number 11 says, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, which those that shall come after. So it's like this is ain't nothing new. All right, there's no new thing under the sun. So if there's something that has already been happening, let it be. Kinda, and if you're gonna get something done, then it shall be done. Is that what shall be done? So get it done. There's no new thing under the sun. And then it's like they talking about this ain't new. This already been here before. So like I really feel like in this book, it's like life is going to repeat itself. History is going to repeat itself. Like there's not like there's going to be bad things. There's going to be good things, right? But everybody have their own situation. But everybody has had this before. Like not just you in general, but like the next person and the next person, the next generation and the previous generation. We've all had our sorrows. We all had our ups and downs, right? It says, there is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of the things that are to come with those that shall come after. There's no remembrance. So it's say for 11, it said go to ECC 95. So ECC 95, and I actually have this one highlighted. It says, for the living know that they shall die, but The dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. And oh, I kind of like this. So I really how I felt like it's like is God is like telling me, or God is telling us like, uh, it's the way. Oh wait, hold on. Let me give you a little interpretation. It says reiterating being righteous and wise doesn't mean one is in control of his or her fate. Supporting this point are five pairs of opposites, all of whom share the same fate, which is death, and such as the wicked and righteous share the inevitably. Damn, sorry, y'all. I messed up that word though. Inevitable, so inevitably of death. God's sovereign judgment is still pending. And it is that judgment that the difference between the wicked and righteous will be seen in the end. All right. So it says, so I want to go back to number nine, 1-9. It says, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. It reverts back about like if it happened before, then hey, let it be. If it happened in the past, let it be. But what can you do now? Like what could be done? Let it shall be done. All right. We all know at the end of it is death. And it's like at the end of it, God is saying that at the end, God still has his final judgment between the wicked and the righteous will be seen in the end. So it's like, does that mean I think that could be that could go for good and bad things. So like it's like what you do here on earth, what you're doing in the living earth, what will have like God still has his final judgment. So like you could do something in the past that could be bad, right? Let it be. But what can you like are you going to continue to let it happen? And I think if the people who are doing bad and continue to do bad, then I feel like when it comes to the judgment, God is gonna be like, well, did you do any good? What did you do? Blah 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 blah. Or also God may also have his final say so and be like, you know what, I forgive you. Hey, you can go, your soul can rest here. I feel like people can be able to change their lives. They can be like, okay, I was doing bad, but what can I do now for it to be done? What is the good thing that I could do for it to be done? So at the end, I would want my judgment to have some type of, calling onto it. And then it says like, that this has been happening before. Is nothing new under the sun. So there's always been murderers. There's always been people who lie, cheat, deceit, blah 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 blah. Some previous generations, all right, but there's no remembrance. And then you got the future generations that don't even know what they know. But it's like it says, "For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything." So like if you just living just to live, then you don't know nothing. You walking foolishness, foolishly, right? And then if you living for good, if you living for God, if you living for the ultimate purpose, right? Then you know that God still has his final say so. God's you still have to fear God, right? Not right, but right? Not a question mark, more like an exclamation mark. Exclamation point. For the memory of them is forgotten. So if you wicked and you've been doing wicked and oh I'm all reaping this rewards, I'm doing nothing, I'm causing destruction in my path just so I can be able to reap the rewards, right? Are you gonna be as a forgotten soul? Oh yeah, man, that man was crazy, or that dude was crazy, or that girl was blah blah blah. I know her for doing blah blah blah, and that's it. People probably won't even remember you because of the destruction that you did. They wanted to get you out your mind, right? But then I also think that once you become awakened and once you know what's going on and once you living for the living, okay, I can change this. I wasn't living the way I was dead. I was living deadly. Ooh, I was living deadly. I was living deadly. Hmm. I feel like, I mean, we all had a past. God still have his final say so. But if you feel like, hey, I'm not living the life that I want to live, or not living the life that it is not for my higher purpose, my higher good, my higher self, then I need to change some things. All right. Now it says the introduction says the underlying pursuit of the book as a whole is the meaning of life. The author explores the purpose of life and more importantly asks what's humanity's purpose as a creation of a sovereign God. Verse by verse through the book of Ecclesiastes. I don't know. The author answers the question. The purpose of life, the purpose of life, meaningless through it may feel, is to fear God and obey his commands. I said the main purpose of the book is threefold. First, it paints a picture of a sovereign God who controls everything in this world. Second, it highlights the meaninglessness of life apart from fearing and obeying the sovereign God. And lastly, the book provides wisdom and counsel for future generations, rooted in the things that the author learned throughout his life purpose of meaning. God controls everything. And then the second one is like, hey, fear and obey God. He is the sovereign God. That's the meaning of life is to fear and obey God, right? But now, as I'm going to my spiritual journey, right? Because I don't, so there's a couple of things when I come on here because my word is to teach the word. My word isn't to, my word is to teach. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher by nature. I'm a teacher. That's my birthright. All right. I didn't know I was a teacher until I had to look around and realize I was a teacher. So my teacher is the word. If you understand, if you know, you know. All right. I'm comfortable. All right. All right. But I don't want you to get confused on what I'm saying. I don't want you to feel like I'm not here to push God on you. I'm just here to teach you his word and how to live a better life. You get me? I'm not pushing God on you. I'm teaching you his word. So it's up to you still at the end of the day on what you want to do, who you want to choose, if you want to obey God, if you want to continue to be a fearless, if you don't want to fear God, if you want to fear God, well, I'm just here to tell you and teach you what the words is saying. Hello. I don't want you to read. I don't want you to overthink. I do want you to overthink. I want you to understand the words. And if you could understand the words and you could understand the knowledge and if you could understand the wisdom, then you will understand exactly what I'm saying right now. All right. Let's remove Christianity out of this. Let's remove Buddhism out of this. Let's remove any religion out of this. Now, I know you like Ramira, watch your words. And I'm like, yeah, I am watching my words because I hope you understand what I'm saying. And if you can't understand what I'm saying, then it may feel like a threat to you. It may feel like I am, if you understand, you understand. Y'all know where my heart is. Y'all know who I'm connected to. Y'all know what's up. Okay? I'm here to teach you the word. I'm not here to press anything on you. I do want you, you know, to 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 connect and listen to the word. I want you to decipher the word. Okay? But if you can't get there and if you're not here, then you don't understand. Okay, I love y'all. I love y'all. This is good though. Now I don't want to jump over number nine to jump to number nine, but that's where it wanted me to jump for based off of number 11. There's no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Hmm. If I was supposed to idea that what is wrong with the world cannot be worded by humankind. The crooked imagery attests to where am I at? Attests to the perversity of the human condition because of the fallen word and sin's presence. The human heart knows only evil unless affected by God. Prophet Isaiah uses the same imagery when he talks about the coming Messiah in Isaiah. It says, all right, so let me show y'all what I just read 1:15. The title says evil remains. It says, well, let me go back to 14. 14 says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of the spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. All right. And then it says this proverb supports the idea that which is wrong with the world cannot be righted by humankind. The crooked imagery attests to the perversity of the human condition. Because of the fallen world and sin's presence, the human heart knows only evil unless affected by God. The prophet Isaiah uses the same imagery when he talks about the coming Messiah. Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep that one right there because the fallen world and sin's presence, the human heart knows only evil unless affected by God. If you pick up what I'm saying and you feel what I'm saying and you've been through something when you just like, oh, that person is not who they say they are. Oh, that person, you could tell you ever met somebody where you just like, What, get that hurt up out you. All right, release that. Get it to God. All right. You ever met that one person? It's like, well, you need God in your life. You don't want to cause judgment. You saying this in the back of your head. You're just like, I'm just, let me say it in church first. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. You ever told somebody, I'm gonna pray for you? Especially if they got a mean and nasty attitude, and it's just like, you know what? You want to say something, but you're not gonna say something because it's like I'm gonna turn the other cheek because you do not know what you do not know, right? And if you knew what you knew, you would not be talking to me like this. So I'm gonna pray for you because you know that that's not God. You know what you know, right? But again, I'm not pushing nobody. I'm here to teach you the word. I'm here to decipher. And you pick up what I'm putting down. Confirmation bark by my dog. Bark. Oh, that is so good. That's so good. Hold on. Hold on, y'all, because I like that one. I like that one. That was really nice. I'm gonna have to highlight that one, baby. I'm like, I gotta get this out. I didn't know I was gonna get all this out. I'm gonna start coming on here when I have an epiphany. That's okay. Hmm. Oh, and then, all right, so it was 1-9. It's really 1-9, 1-11. 1-10 is just like, this, we already been through this. I seen this coming from a mile away. All right. I sent something, I felt something, I knew something. All right. Oh, you ever, okay, ladies, you ever had a relationship where it's just like, why do I see the same person in every relationship? Right? And then it's because of the alignment and elder and da 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 and then the inner work and the shadow work. If you got there, you got there, you understand and you recognize, okay, I see why I was doing, you know, meeting those type of guys is because I recognize and you start recognizing because it came in your own patterns and X, Y, Z, and you're like a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. If you got there, you got there. If you didn't get there, you'll get there. Keep going, baby. Keep growing. Right. But it's just like we this if it's already been here. This ain't nothing new. Eh, Come on now. Even when it comes to adversities, like come on, this just another adversity in a different form. I'm about to eat this up. What you talking about? I'm about to eat this up. Come on, God. Come on. Like what? Like what? Yeah, I told y'all that story that happened the other day. I recognized my discernment was like my ancestors like, great job, baby. Hey, my ancestors like, great job, baby. You recognize it. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. We can yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I got. Those is my that was me. Not that was me, but that was and I gave my heart to my wisdom and to know madness and folly, perceive that it's also vexation and spirit, for in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increases sorrow. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me see. I don't think I got nothing for 17. I don't. Okay, it says the reflection of the verse is repeated 16 through 18. Key text used to argue Solomon's authorship because of Solomon pursuit of wisdom, whether Solomon author or not, the comparison is important because it raises the question if the wisest person in the world finds everything meaningless, sorry, what hope does anyone else have to reach a different conclusion? It says, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this is also this also is vexation of spirit. For much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. I can understand that. It all comes back to life. That could be a good and bad thing. Some people can be so full of wisdom and so full of knowledge that, and this could be a good and bad thing, that they don't come back to reality, or it's just like they got so high within themselves, and you don't want to have that pride, right? And you don't want to be foolish, right? Yes, you do want to operate on a high. You do want to come into the path of God, the oneness with God, the alignment with God, so everything else can align, right? But you don't want to become prideful. You don't want to have greedy, and these are the things when it comes to the sin. We do fall into temptation of sin. I do get it. So I think that's where it's just like if it has been, let it be. But what can you do now? All right. How can you right your wrongs? And then it's just like, we do know a lot of things, but with us knowing can come with a lot of sorrow, but us knowing meaning that we had to go through things, right? And if someone thinks that is meaningless, like as if it wasn't for like it was just for nothing, then they're gonna be empty. They're gonna be empty inside because they're still seeing the bad thing out of it. They're still seeing the vexation of spirit. uh, that's crazy. It's crazy. And then what it say? What hopes does anyone else have to reach a different conclusion? It can be different hopes. So I guess that's why I say it argues with Solomon. Oh man, I got a book. Book of Solomon is next after this. I love the book of. I haven't read all of it, but the book of Solomon is the Song of Solomon. It's about romantic love. That's good. That's good. That's a little Bible study for today. All right. I think I want to label this. If it happened, let it be. Which is done, let it be done. There's no thing under the sun. If it happened, let it be. Which is done, let it be done. There's no new thing under the sun. I think I might title this that. All right, little rant. I love you. um, make sure that and if you want to sow a seed, if you want to sow a seed to the word that I gave you today, Um, make sure that you click the link in. You know what? You can sow a seed by buying a product. You can sow a seed by investing back into yourself. That's how you can sow a seed. But if you want to send me some money, um, yeah, just let me know. Reach out to me in my email. I gotta see if it's legit or not, because you know, you put your information in, then you're getting scammed. So gotta watch out for you scammers. But if you wanna help me, if you wanna pour back into me as I'm pouring back into you, I want you to invest in yourself too. So go ahead and click the link in the description below. Follow the flow. Pick up a book. I couldn't let it land, but you go. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.